Hi everybody, it's me, Mr. Neville again, and hopefully you've just watched the video about artist Laurel Birch and her bright colors, and what she's most famous for drawing is cats. So today, on our second page of our sketchbook, we're going to go past our monsters and robots, and on our second page over here, we're going to draw a Laurel Birch cat. So I'm going to start with black, or you can also start with any other dark color. And oh, I got my black over here. So in the corner of this paper right here, I'm going to start with the head of the cat. So I'm going to make in this part of the paper, a big W, but my W is not going to have points. It's going to have bumps at the bottom like that. Next, I'm going to make the nose. It's just a triangle right here at the top, and you can color that in if you like, or you can wait and color it in with a different color. I'm going to make a little bump on the bottom for the bottom of the mouth, and I can even make another bump there if I want the tongue kind of hanging out. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ears. So I'm going to go zigzag down for an ear on both sides, and then kind of make a bump to connect them. So the last thing I'm going to do is from each side, I got to make the eyes still. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a line that comes up and curves to where the ear is. So it's going up and curves. That's kind of the top of the head, and I'm going to connect my eye to this line. So I'm going to do a long bump on both sides and color in a little middle of the eye there, and then a triangle inside of the ears. Now the last thing we got to do on the head is make some whiskers. So we're going to make 3 whiskers on each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do the body. So I'm going straight down from this side. I'm going almost all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to do 2 bumps. Bump, bump, and these are going to be my legs. Now the thing about the Laurel Birch cats is they have really big backs. So I'm going to come up here and around and connect. So I'm going to go up all the way down the side of my paper, all the way almost to the bottom, and I connect. Well, you're probably saying, well, what's this, Mr. Neville? He doesn't have any legs. Well, we're going to make this into his tail. So right here at this little corner, we're going to come up, go around like a swirly swirl, and then when you get to about here, you're going to go back, and I'm going to follow this the same way I came and stop right about there. So I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to follow that other line for the tail. I'm going to go all the way up until I get back there. Okay, so he's kind of sitting on his legs, and you see the thing. So at this point, you're going to pick some different colors, and we're going to make some designs and some patterns on our artwork. So I'm going to start with red. You can color some parts in, like especially these little parts like the ears and the mouth. But any really big part, I want you to think of a pattern that you can put in it. So right now I'm going to do the top of his head. I'm going to make that red, but I'm going to do patterns of lines. So I'm going to go lines that kind of curve. So you can do patterns of lines. You can do patterns of shapes. And remember, patterns repeat. So I'm going to kind of keep, I got some warm colors up here, so I'm going to kind of keep the warm color thing going. So I'm going to do a pattern of lines where I go around this eye, and I just kind of make some lines that are just like the lines on the eye. And I think that orange is a little too dark. I'm not going to go too much. You can do the same as me, or you can come up with your own patterns. So right now I'm doing these lines on the eyes, but I see that color's almost like the red. So I kind of want to get a different color right now. So I'm gonna use this purple, and I'm gonna do the ears with circles. That's a geometric shape, a circle. And I'm making a pattern of dots and circles. I'm going to do the same thing down here on his mouth. And I'm going really fast, you guys, but I want you to make sure you take your time. I can even put some in up here in between these lines. That'll kind of make it, that's a neat idea, I think. So, and then you're going to do the same thing in the body, but with different colors. And I might want to do his tail that purple, but you know what, I'm going to use two colors on the tail. So I'm going to do zigzag purple, and I'm leaving a little space in between. Now, like I said, guys, I'm hurrying, but I've got lots of experience. I can do this without going out of the lines and things like that. You guys might need a little more practice, so you got to slow down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use that red again, and this time I think I'm going to put some big dots of red in between the purples. I think that'll look kind of neat. And I think for the body, I'm going to use a different orange, maybe an orange that's a little bit better. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do I'm going to just do like he's got red socks on. I may even put some pink in there later. We'll see. I'm going to do these like he's got, or maybe some purple, like he's got red socks on. And now you can, I used organic shapes. You can use, or sorry, I used geometric shapes. I use circles. I could also use squares. One thing I can do is I can also make shapes that are freeform or organic, like this. So I'm going to fill this up with a few organic shapes. I'm kind of going quick here, you guys, so make sure you are taking your time on this. I know this video's getting a little long, so if you want to skip to the end, if you kind of know what you're doing, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and at the very end I'm also going to do a little something that's kind of cool if you want to skip to the end or kind of wait and see what I do. So like I said, guys, I'm kind of hurrying, but I'm putting lots of detail in. That's important. Okay, you want it to be interesting, so you want to put lots of detail in. I'm putting some on the little sides here. The last color I think I'm going to use is, like I said, that orange, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to put some squares in here because I got that organic shape. And orange and blue kind of play off each other. They're complements. They're complementary colors. So they kind of go together a little bit. So I'm making a pattern. I'm repeating the shapes. So I'm repeating the orange squares. I repeated the blue organic shapes. They almost look like paint splotches. So once I finish this, I can add details. I can add a background. I can add a different color that I didn't use, like green, into the background. I can color in the eyes. Cats a lot of times have yellow eyes, so I'm going to color in his eyes yellow. Another thing you can do is if you pick a color that's light, like let's see, like pink. I could take pink, and if I color very lightly, I can color this whole thing except for any parts that I want to keep white, which I don't know if there are. I can color this whole thing in the background pink. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go there. You can go ahead and get started. If you need to pause the video or go back, you can pause the video or go back. So everybody, thank you for listening today. These are our Laurel Birch cats.